Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Captain Fumbles and Fumbles Roulette here, and we're ready to play more Dark Souls.
Yay, Dark Souls.
I'm gonna step away from. I'm gonna break the fourth wall and close my door because I forgot that was open before we started.
Great start.
All right. So between the break, actually, we went up to McDonald's, and the guy at the counter fucked with me, and I didn't like that. So like every time we take a break and we go out like to eat or whatever, generally if we're in a rush or we just don't want to spend a lot of money or whatever, we'll go to McDonald's because it's cheap, it's easy, and fucking I don't care if I go fat. I already am. So I don't care if I get fatter. And I get McChickens, and they're delicious. I love them. They feed my soul, and they feed my life. And I walk up to the counter, and I'm like, hey, I'll have 2 McChickens, because why not? And the guy's like, sorry, we don't serve McChickens anymore. And I was like, I stopped. I looked at him. I looked at the menu, and I'm like, it says it right there. He can't be serious. Like in my mind, I was like, there's no way that he's being real with me right now, because I was terrified. And then he just looks at me and he's like, nah, I'm just messing with you. And I'm like, I'll fucking kill you. I was looking at the menu and I'm like, what else am I could get a double cheeseburger. I could do that, I guess, but like, it's not the same.
It's not a McChicken.
It's not a McChicken. Like, what am I gonna do here?
Just the look in your eyes, you're like, I'm lost.
Dude,
please find me a home.
I was good. I was lost. I was just like, I came here expecting this, and that happened to me at Panera too. But they were real. I went to Panera, and I get smokehouse turkey with something on it or whatever. Anyways, it's my favorite thing there, and it tastes delicious and it's beautiful. And I went there I hadn't gone there in a long time, and so I went there, and they didn't have it. I walked up there and I was like, I'll have this, and they're like, oh, we don't have that anymore. And I'm like, I don't know what else to eat here. Like, I rarely come here, so when I come here, I only want one thing because I don't care about the rest of your menu, because I don't come here often enough to sample everything. I come here every now and then, so I just want this every now and then thing I get. And they're like, no, we got rid of that. And so I was just like, and so it was like the same thing was happening at McChicken. I was like, I mean, there's other options here. At least I know something else to get, but I really want that McChicken, man.
You were so. It was the best look on your face.
Dude, I was so sad. Also, I still don't understand this. Every time I go get McChickens, I'll get mine normal, straight up, just McChicken or whatever. You refuse lettuce. Every time. You hate lettuce. Why?
It's so bland. There's no taste. It's just crunchy, and I hate it. I hate the texture. I hate everything about lettuce. It's terrible.
I hate the
Fuck
texture.
all you lettuce lovers.
This. Fuck this. I don't like lettuce.
You have no taste buds because it's nothing.
I never got that, because you're always just like, every time, like the first time we went, I used to always get 2 cheeseburgers every time. I get number 2 cheeseburgers, some fries, and a pop every single time. And then I went there one time with him, and he was like, yeah, I'll get 2 McChickens. And I'm like, what are those? I don't care. I'll try. I come here often enough that I can sample. And so I was like, all right, I'll have 2 McChickens. And so then we had 2 McChickens, and I was like, oh, these are... Dude, he's fucking juking you. He does not care. But anyways, I was like, I'll have 2 McChickens as well. And he was like, I don't want mine with lettuce. I was like, okay, whatever. You don't want yours with lettuce. And I had it, and they were great. But like every single time, I fucked lettuce.
I'll eat rice. It's very bland. I don't really care for it.
I welcome you. This guy's like, I welcome you to my house, and you just come fuck my barrels up.
Dude, there's a dead body. Why does he have a fucking dead body in barrels?
True that. What's this guy about? Oh, look, that guy was...
He killed another sorcerer, you see? Ooh. He's a bastard.
Son of a bitch. Also, we were watching, and it was a commercial for The Martian. Or Mars, or Last Man on Mars. Whatever the movie's called.
The Martian?
The Martian. There you go. That was a great... You haven't seen it yet. I gotta see it. Great movie. I don't like how a lot of like the really scientific-y, all about physics and life and whatnot are like, that would never happen. Of course it would never happen. It's Mars. You can't grow anything there. It's Mars. Like, everything's dead. That's not, like, even just, like, they were like, oh, even if you took the dirt from outside, that dirt is so acidic and all this stuff, it wouldn't even work. Like, we get it. It's science fiction. Nobody's like, oh, why don't we have an Enterprise? Like, nobody's just like, oh, it's entertainment. And yeah, I'm sorry that there are some people that just don't understand that, yeah, no, everyone's like, well, we could grow food on Mars. Why don't we have a planet, like a whole civilization there? Like, no, you can't grow it there, of course. Like, it rains acid and glass. Like, of course you can't have it. But it's a nice thought to think that, like, if we were trapped there, yeah, sure, a guy could survive if he wanted to. So everyone's, like, blowing up, and all these people that are all about science and manned missions to Mars and all this stuff are like, oh, no, that would never actually happen, and the poop is all non-nutrition anymore. It's all vacuum dried and all this. And like, we get it. We understand that the poop wouldn't have worked. But it's fun to think about. And also everyone's all bummed out because, like, it got, I think it was nominated for Best Comedy. And it's not a comedy movie, per se. Mm-hmm. And so everyone was just like, oh, I can't believe they nominated it for Best Comedy. And it's just like, it's not supposed, like, so what? It was funny.
In the comments below, Martian good or not, based off of that, I'll watch it.
Dude, I thought first of all, he was great. I don't even remember the actor.
Matt Damon.
Well, Matt Damon, there we go. He was great. Freaking hilarious. Like, he was super smart. He was super good actor. Like, you could see that he was, like, struggling sometimes and stuff like that. But, like, well, his character was struggling and stuff like that. And, like, he was hilarious. He executed the jokes so well, like, in a normal manner. Like, he didn't go out of his way to make the jokes super funny. He just, as he was delivering them, they were funny and stuff like that. And so it was a great movie. All the other actors there and stuff like that were great. I enjoyed it thoroughly, but I was a little bummed out that everyone was all like, oh, science this and that. And like, yeah, nobody questioned when we said lightsabers. Nobody was like, that's not possible. Like, duh.
It's not. Come on.
Like, and like, they're all acting like the Martian movie claimed to be super scientific and to the point and guaranteed facts. Like, this is exactly, we did the research. We know that life could exist on Mars because of these. Like, they never claimed that. They never said, no, this is totally possible. They said, we made a movie.
I think that ruins a lot of movies. Like, people are just too critical about it.
Well, like, with Gravity and everybody, like, you wouldn't be here, you scream in space, and the explosions, you never hear that. So, like, yeah, duh. But who... Comment below. Would you watch a movie if it was literally just people floating around in space and no noise whatsoever? Like, there's a reason why during the boring parts of movies there's music. Because nobody wants to sit there and just stare at the screen and no music, nothing, just blank sound. Like this. Just sit there.
No, we can't do that.
No.
No, dude, they're gonna unsubscribe.
I don't care.
Fuck.
Just listen. Just like...
I mean, this has some good music to it, though.
Yes, okay, even this has music. I can't even give you a good point because this is doing it for me.
This is doing it for me.
Dude, Centaur.
No.
Dude, Centaur deck.
He's a Centaur deck. Fuck you, Centaur. Alright?
They're all mad because we went out. We all had magic cards for a while, but we never really got... Well, I wouldn't even say we're really that into it now either. But
yeah.
But we really didn't play at all. And then we got... one of our friends went out and bought his own deck because he was the only one without a deck. And so he bought a starter core pack or whatever. I don't know what the hell it was called.
Oh.
But he went out and bought it, and he built a deck, and his girlfriend built a deck with it. And so I was like, hey, I got a little bit of spare cash. I'll go buy a deck, core set myself. And so I went out and bought a core set and built another deck. In my deck, I got a few Minotaur cards. And I got a bunch of Minotaur cards, but a few, like, special Minotaur cards that would make a Minotaur deck good. And then my brother, his friends just hand him magic cards like they're nothing, because they play for, like, big reasons, and so, like, they play championships and leagues and stuff like that. So anytime they get crappy cards or cards that aren't, they'll like, buy big packages of them and pull 7 cards out and then just give the rest of them to him. And so he'll build good decks out of it. And he has a Minotaur deck. And so we were playing teams, and me and him both pulled out our Minotaur deck, and we just wiped the floor with everybody.
Went everywhere. I'm gonna die. God damn it.
Okay, her dying noise was a lot louder than I was it was a lot. It was a lot more wimpy, I guess is the best word to say, than I thought. It was like, I was expecting like a oh or like oh or something like that. Like I was expecting more of like a brute woman kind of like oh, but no, that was like oh no.
Shit, I mean,
like I wasn't expecting that.
Looks are deceiving, man. You think she has a girl name? No, she's Edgar. She's fucking Edgar.
She's Edgar. Edgar, the undead Irish woman who just destroys with her katana.
The nimble katana user.
Yeah.
Look at those rolls. Oh god. Ah yeah. Look at that. She jumps through the swords. She don't give no shits.
Oh, and speaking of, like I was talking about, I don't know if it was the last episode or it was one of these episodes. I was talking about how video games, like some of them get to me and like creep me out. Like I was mentioning Toomba in the Laughing Forest or whatever. When I first played the game, and granted I played these when I was really young, it creeped me out because like I don't like the sounds. Like the music was so like the ambiance of the area was just creepy. When I was really young and I was just starting to play video games and stuff like that, we had I think one of the first the first system I ever got. Well, I guess you can't really count as a system, but first I count as a system. First system I ever got was a Game Boy Color. Like that was the first video game thing I ever had. Was a Game Boy Color, and I got it from my cousin because he got an SP, and my aunt is rich and threw money like it was nothing. So, so I got Game Boy Color. It was and I don't care, hand me down, whatever. I gotta play Pokemon, so screw you. And so I play on my Game Boy Color, and I'd goof off and stuff like that. And then we got a PlayStation 1, and that's when I started to get that's when I started to play Toomba. And so that was about one of the first games we got on there, and it was Toomba and stuff like that. And my mom loved that game so much that she played it. We would take turns. You can't see it, but quotation marks. We would take turns playing the game where my mom would play for hours on end while we watched her play, and then she would be like, she'd get to a part where she couldn't understand the puzzle or it was too difficult, and she would hand us the controller and be like, okay guys, your turn, you get to play. And we'd be like, oh yeah, it's our turn. We'd play, beat the puzzle that she didn't understand, and then he'd be like, okay, now you guys gotta share, it's my turn now. And then she'd play, and then she'd play for hours, and we would, no concept of time at that age, we didn't care, and so we just sit there and watch her play. And so it was, but that was a really fun game. I loved it. But also, speaking of the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1, I had a Casper game.
Yeah.
And our neighbor, their daughter was either in high school or college at the time, and she needed some extra cash, so she would come over and babysit us while my parents went out and partied the night away, or probably just went to watch a movie. They were lame at the time. But so she would babysit us, and we would and I wanted to play Casper one time, but the game was too scary for me to play, and so I would put the game in, and then I would go out into the living room, and I'd be like, can you sit on the bed and play this game with me? Because I don't want to play it by myself. And so I would sit there for like an hour, and she would just sit there. Like, that's all she would probably play on her phone or on the computer or whatever. Laptops weren't really a big thing because nobody really had the money for that kind of crap. And plus, they were really crappy back then anyways. And so she would, and we didn't have good internet. But anyways, back to the story. She would do something in the room to entertain herself, and I would play Casper. And homework, that's it. That's what she did. But anyways, I would play Casper, and I couldn't play it by myself because it was too scary for me. Just the ambiance of the game was terrifying. And that's what I got the first time I started playing Dark Souls, was like the ambiance of this game kind of creeped me out. Because, I mean, I really wasn't used to the creepy genre of games. Like, I did first-person shooters. I did, I had a Call of Duty phase. We all did.
We all did. That's a lie.
And then I got into more of the RPG kind of games and action-adventure games and stuff like that. And I always enjoyed puzzle adventure games. Like, those were really awesome. Like I'll just talk about two of my favorite fucking games in the world. So, or Zelda even. There was always, like, these little puzzles that you had to figure out and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed those games. And then you were talking about Dark Souls one time, and I happened to own a copy. I just never played it because my brother liked it or whatever, so he played it. and you were talking about how much you like this game and stuff like that, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. Why not? Couldn't get past the first goddamn level, and the place creeped me out. So I was just like, nope, not a game for me.
I like it. I usually like dark stuff. Like, we'll even go to anime. Like, you like Sword Art Online. I like the first part of it. after the fairies. And
I can agree that Sword Art Online is kind of going downhill, and I'm afraid to see the. Like, everyone was on. We'll get back to the darkness in a minute, but like everyone for Sword Art Online was like, "Oh, it's a great concept, you know, trapped in a video game. You can die in real. If you die in the game, you die in real life. Blah 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 blah." And like, yeah, that was a cool concept to get you into the game, but I didn't grab that as the core concept of the anime. I didn't think that was the core concept. I thought that like Kirito's struggle was the core concept of the game, and like his need to protect people that he cared about, and the fact that these people keep getting in danger, and he has got to protect them, and he's got to struggle and fight for his life and stuff like that. That was the core concept, because even in that game, even in the game show and stuff like that, it doesn't matter what, like, even when it turned into fairies and stuff like that, he fought for his life to get to Asuna, and so that was like the core concept, is like the passion that he has for everybody, and like the fact that he'll go to extreme lengths to protect these people and stuff like. That's what I got the core concept. Everyone else was just like, die in the game, die in real life, good idea, great. Oh, now there's fairies and you don't die anymore in the game, whatever, boring. Like, I didn't grab that as the core concept, because I also like not No Game No Life. That's a good one though, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. Log Horizon.
Yeah.
You don't, that one, you don't need, you're trapped in the video game world, but you don't die forever in that one, at least. I don't think. There's a part where like you might lose your memories and shit. I don't know. It's getting. They need to make another season, because I don't know what's going on in that one. But that kind of stuff is like, I didn't grab the core concept as you're stuck in a video game. I grabbed the core concept as like the struggle to protect people that you care about. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what I grabbed the core concept is. But your favorite anime, I don't like.
Attack on Titan? Why not?
Okay, because for so many reasons I don't like it. Because like, nope. I get the storyline's kind of cool or whatever, and like, oh, he turns into a. I'm gonna kick him off the goddamn
yeah. I want his item.
Does it drop right in front of you?
I gotta do this. Magic.
We're cheating the system.
Okay, continue on Attack on Titan.
But okay, so on Attack on Titan, like, it's cool, but like, there's no. I guess I haven't watched enough to guarantee this, but there's no real happiness to it. Like, there's no happy. Like, even the guy who created the show was saying that his initial concept of the ending of the show is everyone dies, and like, the reason why I watch Sword Art Online is because there's a happy ending to it. Like, he gets Asuna, he gets this girl out of the game. She confronts her fears and isn't afraid of guns anymore. It's happy and comfortable and everything goes great for everybody. And like, that shit is awesome. But in Attack on Titan, it's just death, destruction, nobody lives, nobody dies. Like, oh, you love this character? Oh, they finally got a little happiness, and just stab in the back. Like, come on. Like, give them, like, I get it's a grabber. It grabs you by the throat. And there's a reason why everyone loves Game of Thrones. Just because, like, you don't know who's going to die next. You love this character? Fucking stab him in the chest. But the reason why I guess I don't like Attack on Titan so much is because, like, Game of Thrones, they've got seasons to kill people. So you got plenty of time to fall in love with this person and then just heart ripped out of you. And Attack on Titan, you've got 1 or 2 episodes to love this person, or even just 1 episode to love this person, and they're dead. So, like, I don't feel the connection I feel when I lose a person in Game of Thrones. Like,
maybe Tyrion.
Okay. No spoilers, but George R.R. Martin was originally, he hasn't finished the book, so he can't claim, and I don't think he's going to finish the books until the other thing, but he was originally going to kill off Tyrion in a way, shape, or manner. And I think I think the grayscale might be how he does it. But yeah, well, no, he's not even anywhere near that guy anymore, so I guess not. But either way, Tyrion's my favorite character, just because, and I hate Joffrey with a fucking passion, but I gotta admit, the actor is a brilliant man, because like him and I think it's Cersei Lannister, the mom. I can't remember the names right now. It's been way too long since I watched the seasons. I'm so excited when they come out. But they are such good actors because they created characters that a collective people hate with a passion. Like, I will straightforward admit it when fucking I just said his name. Joffrey. There we go. When Joffrey died, I fucking smiled. I jumped for joy. I was the happiest man alive when that happened. I wanted his guy dead so bad. And like, I think that's a testament to his acting, because like that is brilliant to the fact that he could create a character that people hate so much. And I thought that was amazing. Mm-hmm. And but Attack on Titan, I hate how they quickly kill people, and I hate how I hate that they do the Game of Thrones things where I also could have a few episodes to get connected to the person, and then they die. And that really bums me out. We talked a lot this episode. Holy crap. This is where it kicks off. See, like, the first 2 episodes were the wake-ups, and then this is that. But that'll be it for this episode. See, I want you to get the...
It doesn't work.
Well, then switch it to the one where you press X and then move to the side.
Alright, watch this. I got this.
Because we did it... That's not what it's asking
you
to do.
No, look, up and down twice.
Okay, so
up
you gotta hold it out like this.
Watch this. It's not working.
Let me try.
You got it?
I have the controller at the moment.
He's jacking it off. You gotta hold it. Nope, see? It didn't wave. It beckoned.
Isn't that what the one is? That's beckon. That's not wave.
It's wave.
This is wave.
That's beckon. I switched them. I can switch it to something easier next time.
Hold on. Okay.
You got this?
How do I get it? Okay. Okay, that works.
That's where was it?
Okay, so that's beckon. So I gotta hold the controller straight up and down.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I gotta hold it like this.
It's gonna do something. Nope.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Alright, well, see you next time.